Well, I haven't done a vlog for a bit. I've been having this hacking cough while I've been down here, and I think it's the chemtrails and the pollution down here. It's disgusting, because I don't feel ill. I think it's just smoggy down here. I don't like this town. Oh, so how long have I been here? 7, 8 weeks, whatever, and it hasn't worked out. It has not worked out as planned. Whatever plans that I had have gone by the wayside. I honestly thought that I would get a job as soon as I wanted one, because I've got a great CV, I've got a good work ethic and everything, but I haven't been even offered anything. And I think the reason is because you're in a city that gets hundreds of applicants per job, and I think a lot of the time that you don't even get your CV read, because they've got that many people. They just shave off the top few, so you've got to be one of the first people to apply. And the problem that I found as well is even cleaning jobs now, they're wanting DBS checks, which is, it takes 6 weeks about to get one, especially when you've got lots of addresses. I've moved a lot in 5 years, so it's very hard to get a CV, a DBS check done. So things are just not going to plan. I've started looking for jobs in Scotland again, because I want to go back, because I love it there, but my family is a crisis. There's always one of us that needs help, and yet the kind of help that we need is not fixed by giving money or anything. It's a bizarre thing. I'm not going to go into all of it anyway, but it's just sad, because I came down here because I thought I can help my family and help them sort themselves out. And when I came here, I found that they actually don't need me in the way I thought they did, and actually they're treating me like I'm the one that needs help, and I think I'm fine. I'm lucky in that I've got a paid for car, but the car insurance, the MOT is due before 1st of January or 6th of January, so that's coming up, and my money's almost run out, and it's really sad, because I'm not going to go and sign on. I know people say you should and you're entitled to it, but I don't want to, because I've got the ability to work, and I can work full time. I've got my health, you know, and there's no reason why I shouldn't work other than the jobs. I did get offered an interview actually in an hotel, but it was 16 hours a week spread over 7 days in 2 different shifts, so an early morning till afternoon, and then afternoon till late evening. And I thought, that actually takes up 7 days of your week, full days, because you can't wrap a job around it. Because if you're doing a 3:10 shift on Monday, and then the next day they've got you doing a 3:11, and then they say this week you might get Tuesday, Wednesday off, and next week it might be Friday and Saturday, then I can't see how it would work out, to be honest. I just can't see how it would work, so no, I didn't bother. I went to start a college course yesterday. I'm always wary, you know, when people see you on camera and you're sat in the car, they're thinking, what the chuff is she doing? But anyway, I went to start a course yesterday, thinking I'm probably going to be staying here for possibly a few months more. And they advertised it as a 10-week course, and it was for things like massage and not Reiki, reflexology and things like that. And I thought that'll be a good thing to do while I'm here, because it's free, and because it gives me something to learn and do while I'm going back to another job. But then she turned around and said it could take up to 15 weeks, and I'm thinking, that takes you right into March, because you've got to account for Christmas as well. Christmas, it'll be shut for 2 weeks. It's going to go right up into March, which means most of the seasonal jobs that I would be offered would start in March. And she said, I don't want anybody to start the course unless you can 100% commit to the entire course, because if you don't, we don't get the funding for you, and it's £100 per person per week funding. So if you don't see the course out, they'll lose the entire money for the course. So that brings it up to £1,500, and I'm like, I don't want to put somebody through that. But then she said, if the numbers ever get less than 10, then we can't run the course anyway. And then I'm thinking, no, I've done this before. I did a course many years ago called a Women's Build course, and the bottom line is they offered us guaranteed work on completion of the course through Pennine Housing and the council, because they wanted more women working on maintenance things. So when you go around doing repairs on houses and kitchens and things, they say it'd be great to send women round, because it's usually a male... Oh no, I've got someone coming now. Yeah. I'll keep talking, I'll just put it down here. It's usually a male dominated industry, is the building industry. So the bottom line is they wanted women to take these jobs to get fully trained in carpentry, joinery, which is same sort of thing, painting and decorating, and basic plumbing, and I can't remember what else it was, but you know what I mean. Anything to do with house maintenance they wanted. And I started that course back then, and bear in mind I was a single parent at the time, and I had 2 part-time jobs and a full-time college course, and this was 5 days a week, school hours. And then after school hours I would go straight to the after-school club, and then after there I would go to my cleaning job. The after-school club, it was a job as well. And then on a Monday, after the cleaning job, I would then do my NVQ2 childcare training. So I'd be out for like 12, 13, 14 hours a day. And I neglected my children to do that, because I thought you've got to sacrifice for the future. And it went on for ages, and I'm talking over a year. And that meant getting up at 6 o'clock every morning, and I was worn out. And they axed the course because people kept leaving and coming and leaving and coming, and it was basically that couldn't go less than 16, and sometimes we'd have 8, 9 people, and then it went down to 4, and then 7 would join, but then they'd put us back to the beginning, and it just got to a point where I said, I'm done with this stupid now. And the course folded because they couldn't keep the numbers up, and they couldn't keep us interested enough. I stayed throughout the entire course, and of course the jobs were taken away because we didn't complete it, and it really upset me, because I never got past level 1 at anything. We didn't even get onto power tools, we just used hand tools, and I can already do painting and decorating anyway, so I didn't learn anything new. But the frustration of that, so I can't commit to this 15-week course if it's going to end up like that anyway, because why would you give up your life for something that doesn't even get you a job? So it would have been level 2, and I've forgotten what the certificate is called, but she said it's recognised around the world, but it wouldn't get you a job in its own right. You would have to go and do level 3, which is a full year training at college, and you'd have to pay for that training as well, and that would get you a job. But that means dedicating basically 15 months of your life to get it, and then I'm thinking I ain't got the luxury of time and the money, and where do I live while I'm doing it for all that time? So right now I feel like I've a bit of a loss. On the positive side, this silly cough's going to start. I've joined the UFO Society, and there's a meeting on Tuesday, and it is Friday today, so I'm looking forward to that, meeting new people and like-minded people as well, because I've got my own UFO stories, and it's not something you could talk about to the general public without getting laughed at and ridiculed and things. So it'll be nice to hang around with people who will listen to me without mocking me. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say for now. I'm sat in Morrison's car park and my windows are steaming up. Morrison's, every Morrison's the same Morrison's. I'm going to put my engine on now. They're all same, aren't they? There's your over there petrol and stuff. But yeah, I think it's a bit sad, because the reason for coming here has not been what I expected. I've enjoyed being around my family, but I can't live on nothing, and I'm aching to work because I'm getting bored now as well. I've got lots of business ideas that I could start my own business, but I haven't got the luxury of time to do it, and usually you would run that alongside a paid job in a home. You can't do it off when you're just basically hopping from one place to another every 2 minutes with nowhere to go. So we're just going to see what happens, but I'm not really going to worry about no. I just know it's time for things to change now. So hopefully I've put it out there, and I will get offered something very soon. Anyway, I'm going to go off now.